Stop. Hey guys, so I'm back and I feel better than ever. I have a little cold, but other than that, I feel amazing. So I wanted to get on here because I know that I said that I was going to get on here and pull cards, and I am really, really, really excited about pulling cards today. So, um, I was just going to pull them myself, but I don't think that I want my first reading to be about myself. I think I want to just read for the collective. Oh my God, guys, it's 11:11 on the clock. That's so crazy. But anyway, y'all, I am using the Light Seers deck today. And I just want to say, guys, that stick to yourself. Stick to who you are. Remember where you come from. And I think that in my journey going back to, I don't want to say, I don't want to call it analyzing. I want to say being back where I'm from and seeing things and experiencing it after being on a different level in life. That's so crazy, guys. Look what's at the bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune, right? So we all know that, well, a lot of people saying, like, of course the wheel is turning in your favor, but obviously the will is, it will turn into your favor, and it is turning into your favor, especially when you stick to who you are and you be who you are, because, well, who you've always been, right? And a lot of people, they say, well, you have to go back to your childhood, you have to go back to who you were when you were a kid. And I think many times that we forget those things and how important that it is to stay like that. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that you are better off being yourself than trying to be somebody else, right? And then we're all growing and we're all developing in life, and you're supposed to. So I expect it. Um that's so crazy. It's crazy that that card came out. That was the first one. So guys, I'm super nervous, so bear with me, but I have even more faith in myself now. Um Let me see. So, um, hold on. First of all, let me go off of what I was saying. So I was listening to something, and this what he said, right? Hold on, y'all. Again, I'm nervous. And he's saying, cause we in the whole tarot thing, right? And then we notice how the world is kind of transitioning into tarot, and everybody want to do what we do, and that's crazy. Three of Cups, right? And even though it's in the reverse, I don't really read reversals, but um this is my card where the reader said, this is the card where they, oh no, actually it's a card of celebration, right? That's really what it is, celebrating things and success. And things like that. So this card has so many different meanings, and it's so crazy that this is on here because it kind of mean a lot to me. But anyway, this is that card where they like, oh, you can't sit with us, right? Where the girls are like, you can't sit with us. And um I'm gonna tell y'all if the other card come out, then I'll explain it to y'all. So I probably said a little bit too much anyway, but a lot of the times this card is about the women where they're kind of like popular or whatever. And again, like I said, is more or less so like you have to be cool, or you have to be down, or you have to be a certain kind of way to be a part of their crew. And that's why I say, guys, no matter what, be who you are, be you, and don't change yourself for nobody. But here is what the lyrics that I had got in this kind of it's so one point. I'm so mad that I have a cold now that I'm here. So he say, so he's saying, I told people they ain't got no love for us. I told people they don't really fuck with us. And the wave is all they want from us. Like it's made for only one of us. Right. And that's so crazy because again, oh, another one of my favorite readers may be like, yeah, because you just you it's nobody's the same. Everybody's different. Everybody read different. Everybody have different ways of reading. Everybody have different ways of expressing energy and um reading for everybody, right? So again, like I said, in the whole transitioning of the whole tarot thing, and people want to be all in the reads and stuff now. And guys, it's been kind of hard for me to like keep up with everybody because so many people in my reads or in just the collective reads, right? And it's people who don't belong there. And again, we all know that it be karmics on people lives and on people readings and watching to see what's going on or whatever. And I noticed that too. And that's why I want to stay out of the energy or whatever. But again, like I said, I was coming back to the whole when he say, um, basically everybody want to do what we do now, right? And it's not for me to be negative because obviously it's a good thing, it's a great thing, right? And the whole thing is just me saying like the people who was cool, I don't want to say they not cool no more, but they looking at us and depending on us, right? And I think that with everybody being, look at the 707, I'm a read on that. Anyway, so um the whole point of me saying that is just simply to say like they didn't want to they didn't they talk about us, right? Again with the whole three of cups, when I say that they the popular people and then it's like, oh, we're better than you and this and the third. I don't know why it's doing that to me. It's just playing things that it shouldn't be. um I'm sorry, y'all. Again, bear with me. So yeah, that's just really where I'm at and what I'm getting. And I think that I just want to tell everybody just be cool on things because people they out here being weird and things like that, but don't let it get to you. All right. Um, I'm glad that I stuck to being who I am, and I'm glad that I didn't change myself for nobody. Because again, I like to see the world transitioning over here. It's just well, life is really is I don't want to say it's really hard for me. It's just right now it's kind of hard with my communication and things like that because it's somebody in my energy like real strong in my energy, right? So I have to watch what I say. I have to watch the things that I do. I can't really like expose too much or say too much at the moment because of the person and who they are, right? And then I'm trying really hard not to read their energy, especially not to read on their energy. And we got the Ace of Cups, right? So we all know what that is. That's like love. That's like uh, it's a water card, right? And that's all about emotions. It's all about love. But due to it being an ace, it's almost like the top of the emotions is going all in, right? And then we've got the Page of Cups, which is so crazy because we have of course the page is like, I call it like the baby card, right? Where it's like, oh, we're just going into this. The Ace of Cups is more or less so like strong, right? I look at it as like a mother, a nurturer, a person who like, again, your responsibility is to love people, is to share and to give love. And as I see this together, I just feel like, again, like I said, I'm not here to read the energy of other people, but with it, it is, you see the whole pig flying thing. This is my when pigs fly, because it's, if you want to match it, like the Page of Cups doesn't have nothing on the Ace of Cups, right? So again, with people trying to be in the energy and the karmics trying to be, I'm not saying that people can't change. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that to compare yourself to somebody who's been doing something for a long time and who does it out of a place of love, the only way is, it's not possible. You can imagine it, you can want to do it all that you want, but it's just imagine the pig flying. We can't do that, right? And that just brings me to just, I don't judge people. I don't judge nobody for what they do. I'm not here to do that. That's not my place. But I really need to get off that topic, because if not, I'm gonna continue to read that person energy, and I don't want to do that. Um, but yeah, y'all, just continue to be loved, continue to be who you are. Um, and don't let nobody change you. Don't let nobody create you into who you're not. So we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is all about love also. And then if you see, even though it's two girls and then kids, again, I get that for like family and um hmm, joy, doing the things that you love, being who you are, right? This is really what the Ten of Cups is all about. And um I think that with life, I had to learn how to love myself and remember who I was and remember where I come from. So that always take me back to when I was really young, and I used to babysit. So me just being who I am, I've been a nurturer since a child, right? And most of us, we have been. But with society has kind of been taking us out of that, because again, it's almost like no emotions is where we're kind of going into. And I just want to remind everybody, like, keep the love that you have, keep being who you are, because later down the line, and actually now, and especially with everything going on, like the wars and things like that, I don't want to speak on that, but people choosing and picking and saying, oh, these people are better than these people. And honestly, we don't even know what's going on. And if I was to speak on it, people would be like, oh no, and you're, they would think I'm picking sides. But if we all knew who started the war, and again, I don't want to get banned off of the internet, but if you knew who started that war and why they're over there fighting and what they fighting over, y'all would just be like, you wouldn't want to think about it, right? And I've noticed that again, even with life and in the industry and things like that, people will put you against people for their entertainment, right? And that's really what it's all about. It's about the entertainment. And this card, you see how the kids are playing so freely. Life is supposed to be like that, where we just live free and have fun and express ourselves and be happy with no worries, right? But yet we're fighting over the dumbest things. So yeah, and then people say that in the Bible that is all of these things are supposed to play out, but I'm not one to judge, right? Um, aw, we've got the Empress card. So anyway, this give me like, you see the world in her belly and things like that. And um again, we just was talking about the Bible, and we all know that God just he see everything. He noticed everything. This is what he did. This is what he birthed. He's not going to allow something to happen that's not meant to happen, right? But yet, people, if I get one, and it's what I think it is, if it's like if the devil card come out, then it's a problem. Because honestly, I don't mean it's a problem, but I'm gonna be so mind blown because I just feel like a lot of people they try to control life and control who you are, but you have to continue to just not allow somebody else to control you, right? And that's why I respect like other nations, not other nations, but other countries. Like certain countries are just so full of peace, right? And um they don't really worry about certain things, and then when you get to certain places and you get to certain things where it's like certain people won't allow you on their land. Certain people just it's crazy because my pastor was kind of talking about something like that too, where he was saying like once you get to a certain extent, it's boundaries, right? Like people set up boundaries specifically because they understand that not everybody think like them, and you want to continue to think like with peace and things like that. But if you allow people to, then they will come in and destroy destroy everything that you set in place, right? And that's why I say like even though God said things, even though God had set up the world a certain kind of way, people people if you allow them, and again this is the King of Swords, right? So it's almost like my mental card is we all know that the swords is the mentality, and he the King of Swords, so basically like he has enough power to like make people do whatever that he wants them to do. And I like the owl because it's the knowledge there, and then we got a crow, and then there's a bat. um so and then we got a dragonfly up here, right? And we all know that the dragonfly is about light. And then people will say that a bat is about like darkness, or when you think about it, you think about like vampires and things like that, or whatever that you want to say, and what that create, right? So anyway, with this, is like you have the power to create whatever it is that you want to create, and to move the world, and to move people however it is that you want to move people, because again, if you can control the mind, you can control the body, right? And that's why it's so important to watch what you seeing on social media. And then we kind of talked about that in um well, my pastor was kind of talking about that too yesterday. And even when we say like once you allow a force to come in and to speak to you, and that's why we say like watch what you hear, watch what you're listening to, watch all of these things that you taking in, and you have to like whatever you take into your heart. I mean, whatever you take into your mind is basically what you take into your heart, right? And then that determines how you react to people and who it is that you are. But um, guys, I had got that sync, and then I didn't even read it to y'all. So basically, it's saying like reach out, right? And and you have to seek for knowledge, and you have to basically like one have to want to know something in order to know something. And then that's again what I was saying, where it's like I like the transition that we're going into. I like the way that the world is moving, and I'm glad that people want to transition over into the tarot community and to get the knowledge that it is that they don't want us to have. And I have to say that they don't want us to have, because a lot of people will say like, "Oh, it's evil," or "Oh, it's not good for you," and this, that, and the third. And then it's just honestly like, if I didn't transition over here, there are things that I would have not known that I needed to know. And there are things that I have taught people that they needed to know, right? And I've noticed that it's fixed so many things, it fixed so many relationships in my life. It's fixed just like kind of like the way that I think about life, right? And I think that some places they don't there is some things, some teachings aren't available to give you the knowledge that you need, right? Because sometimes it's all about all love and light. And again, over here in the spiritual community, we are about love and light and things like that. But again, the thing that I've been hearing is that if you don't acknowledge the things that's happening to you, if you don't believe in the dark forces that are against you, then they have the power to work and they have the power to take control. And not to say, oh, you have to counterattack and you have to do all of these things like that, but just honestly to say, you do have to protect yourself. And in order to protect yourself, you must equip yourself with knowledge, right? And that's what I mean. And that's why I say, like, again, King of Swords, Page of Cups. So even with the knowledge, you still have to use that with love, right? So it's almost like the balancing act. And what I say, mind over heart and things like that. So you have to know it's like you have to go through it to get through it, right? And to come out with love. And anybody who can do that, that's what make you powerful. That's what I have learned that made me powerful, which is what bring you out to the Empress, right? And the emotions, the love, the even though she don't have a sword, just look at the world card. Look at the water. You see the water, the emotions, just things like that. And then I see the moon. So that's almost like nurturing. It's eliminating the night. It's eliminating it. The what does the moon do? It keep the sky at night, right? So even through the darkness, you have to think about like all of the good moments that's happening, all of the things that well, you can't basically allow the darkness to cover up your light, right? And I think that's why God did what he did, even when he put the stars in the sky, because you still it's just you just still have to create something. You have to have something in you that's gonna say, okay, I get that these things are gonna happen. I get that it's darkness. I get that, I can't stop that. That's what the word was created from. That we came from. And it's crazy because I was just looking at her hair. And if you see her hair, it's like twigs and trees and things like that. And it's kind of giving me like branches from a tree and the roots. Well, it looked like branches from the tree, but it's giving me the root to the tree, right? So the tree grows in the darkness. It come out of the ground. It comes out of the darkness, but it's so beautiful. Whether it's an apple tree, whether it's a fruit tree, any kind of fruit tree obviously produces fruit, right? But even if it's not, with this, it looked like a nest to me. It looked like a bird nest to me. Let me not get so started. And I'm just trying to say that, you know, even the birds, even all animals, like think about how they live in a tree, think about what they do, think about how free they are. So even though we may not look at a tree and then be like, oh, we know that we get oxygen, we know that some of the benefits that it give us, but we don't really acknowledge trees like that. But you have to think about it, birds and things, they live there, that's their home, that's their place of comfort, and they made it their place of comfort. So um yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off of here soon because I have to, but I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. But I had a free day today, so I figured that today would be the day that I go ahead and I pull cards for you guys. But anyway, with the whole, I don't want to say the lyrics to that because then y'all gonna be in my energy. But basically, he say, "I'm sticking and got me here," right? And I really want to play it so bad for y'all, and I wish that I could, but I don't think that I can. But I have to do it for just a second so that way I can do the lyrics for y'all. But yeah, it's always going to be, I'm sticking to what they got me here. So again, like I said, y'all, because I've noticed that it's 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 you wouldn't even be able to imagine the people who watch me and things like that. And I never thought that I imagined it, but now I'm happy. And I knew that God wanted me to be a leader. So that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a leader. And what did I say in the beginning? But then he just said, I don't fuck with all these niggas because I know they plotting. And that's what they do. They will plot on you and they will scheme on you, and people will watch you, and you do not even know that. It was just 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Oh my God. But yeah, so it gets to a point where it's like people don't want you to be great because they know who you are and they know who you becoming and things like that. High priestess on the bottom of the deck. Oh my God. Okay. So again, is my knowledge, and then some things again I have to keep to myself. So the high priestess in the empress coming out, that's insane. That's crazy. Um, but he say, I hope your street credit is official as you say it is. Cause I noticed that people watch me and then they do exactly what I do, y'all. And I know that y'all notice it too. And then I noticed it with certain things. And I hope that y'all can catch on to what I'm saying. But they do it, and they try to be who you are, and then they'll steal all of your ideas and things like that, and then they won't acknowledge it. But I feel like that it's a time of celebration. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to let it make me angry, because again, rejoice. Like, and I know that they say that with death and things like that, and it's crazy because my friend, his funeral is today. Well, he's not really my friend, but somebody who I know. And at first it really hurt me. It hurt me a lot that happened, but I'm learning why certain things happen in life, and God don't take nobody for no reason. And I have to say, like, gaining angels is the thing. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take that one. So yeah, that's just what it is. He say these ain't no, hold on, because why it keep doing it. And even though I be getting it on y'all, but he say all we talk is trap shit. All I know is trap shit. All I know is something. But yeah, that's just what I'm saying, y'all. That's the whole point. It's just like, be who you are, because you don't know who want to be like you, or who it is that and who it is that you inspiring and things like that. So yeah, people want to be you, and they don't even know that they want to be you. But yeah, what he's like, I'm still in the trenches. Don't look how the county feel, but decisions are like the Seven of Cups. I'll end it with the Seven of Cups. There's so much water, there's so much emotions. Probably because you guys got me on my emotions and I'm nervous. But see how he's like debating, he's determining because he has so many decisions, right? And I'm just like, okay, so many options, so many things to say. What do I talk about? Especially because I'm so like it's my first time. So I'm just deciding decisions. But there's just so many things. But oh, my boys say keep your grass so low, something snakes something I can't even mow it or something like that. Or he say, I keep my grass cut so low can't even mow it, right? But that's not really what that's for. I feel like that again, it's the whole knowledge. It's a serpent. It's deciding. It's a lot with this card. But yeah, people they will pretend and they act as they just pretend that they are who they are and they really not. Um yeah. Ace of Wands, I'm gonna end with that with the fiery, and we all know that's like the top fire sign or whatever. And so I try not to be harsh against people, but I be if you let me, I will burn through you and keep it moving with no problem. Um, but I love to see it. And I hope that people got messages from this, and I hope that you guys see it. I'll come back again, like I said, in a few minutes, just so that way you guys we can talk a little bit more, and maybe I'll have a new energy. But the world is transitioning, guys, and I hope that you all are ready and excited. And I'm glad that you guys stuck to being who you are because people are going to be them, and they need something new. They need new ideas. Some people